much of a gap right now is it between LeBron James and the rest of the NBA? And who would you say is behind LeBron right now? Who's the second best player in the NBA right now? And how much of a gap is it between LeBron James and whoever you believe is the second best player right now in the NBA? I'm putting you on spot. Who you got?
Man, I think that's a good question because, you know, we got the KD, we got the Kawhis, we got the Luca coming up, we got the James Harden, got the Russell Westbrook. Not saying all of them is number two behind LeBron James though, but this is weird though because KD I guess when he come back this season he has to prove that he is like one of the greatest players of all time. Like this is like when.
What do you mean he got to? What do you mean he got to prove it? What do you mean he got to prove? He's already proven that.
I think he got to prove himself. Like he's like a strong leader. He's a strong leader to his team, and his legacy carries on. So you know what I'm saying? Like he already got 2 rings and 2 Finals MVP. And I think he want to prove everyone that he's a leader to his team. So I think that's his testimony right there for that season. And for Kawhi, I just feel like his leadership was better than KD's, and he led a team into the playoffs of won to NBA Finals. Regardless, he got knocked out the second round against the Denver Nuggets. He still performed. He still performed at best in that Clippers series. If you had to ask me, I probably would say Kawhi Leonard, like number 2.
Wow. Okay, so Kawhi Leonard. Okay, let me break this down for you, okay? To me, when I look at who's the second best player in the world right now, I think LeBron is number 1, but I do not believe there's a significant gap in him and the second best player in the world. When I look at Giannis, the Greek freak, to me, what hurts Giannis is his limitations offensively. I told you this before, Clarence. Because he doesn't have a consistent jump shot, this is why I can't say he's better than LeBron James. This is why I can't say he's better than Kevin Durant. This is why I can't say he's better than Kawhi Leonard. What makes a player great is when you take away their greatest strength and they have another alternative move that they can go to be able to score. Giannis doesn't have that yet in his arsenal. That's why I don't believe Giannis is the best player in the NBA right now. And that's why I don't believe he's the second best player in the league. I give Giannis a lot of credit because he is a 2-time NBA MVP, although I believe LeBron James should have won NBA MVP this year. But Giannis won the MVP award, and he is one of the best defensive players we have in the NBA. He's a great 2-way player. And we know once Giannis gets in the paint, he's unstoppable. And once he develops a consistent jump shot, you can make an argument that Giannis will be unguardable. Okay? When I look at Kawhi Leonard, as great as Kawhi Leonard is, Kawhi Leonard had to develop into what he is now. At one point in his career, Kawhi Leonard was a 4th option on a championship team. When Kawhi Leonard won his first NBA Finals MVP, Kawhi Leonard was the 4th option on that Spurs team, Clarence.
He was the main focal point on that team. Let's not get
No, he was not. No, he wasn't. Defensively, he was the main focal point. Hold on. Defensively, he was the main focal point because he had to guard LeBron James in those NBA Finals matchups. But as far as who are the top scorers on that team, it was Tim Duncan, it was Tony Parker, and it was Manu Ginobili. I believe Kawhi Leonard was the guys.
None of them guys average was more than Kawhi. I guarantee Tony Parker actually was the lead scorer, and it was Kawhi Leonard. So I just don't understand how everybody think he was a 4th option on the team.
Because hold on, was there any significant gap in Kawhi Leonard's scoring averages? You know, the year he won Finals MVP, the year when the Spurs beat the Miami Heat, I think it was 2014, the 2014 NBA Finals. Was there a significant gap? No, it was 14. 13 was the year Miami won. Remember, they won, and they were supposed to lose. Yeah. Remember, they were supposed to lose that Finals, but Ray Allen saved LeBron James' legacy with that game-time 3-point shot. You know, but in the 2014 NBA Finals, the year Kawhi won NBA MVP, was there a significant gap in his scoring averages in that NBA Finals? It wasn't. That was a balanced team in the scoring department. Tim Duncan averaged almost 13, 14 points per game. Tony Parker averaged, I think, like 15 points per game. Manu Ginobili, he averaged over 10 points per game. So it was a balanced scoring team. So I believe when Kawhi Leonard first entered the NBA, Kawhi Leonard was limited offensively. I would say he just got good offensively and being a great scorer, back in probably 2015, 2016. But before that, he was limited. I think the second best player in the NBA right now, even though he was injured this season, is Kevin Durant. And let me explain to you why. We're talking about a two-time NBA Finals MVP, a two-time NBA champion, and guess what? Kevin Durant in his career has never averaged below 20 points per game at any point in his career. And this is playing with Russell Westbrook, someone who many people believe is hard to play with. Kevin Durant never averaged below 20 points per game in his NBA career, and he's always been the number one scoring option on any team he's been on. Also, he's won an NBA MVP, something that Kawhi Leonard hasn't won at any point in his career. So I believe Kevin Durant is the second best player in the NBA over the Greek Freak and Kawhi Leonard.
It's debatable until he's proven innocent for this season coming up. So I got to see how he is going to play in Brooklyn before I say he's the second best player, Trey.
Because I just believe that Kevin Durant has been doing it for a longer stretch than Kawhi Leonard has. Like Kevin Durant coming out of Texas, he had high expectations the moment he came into the league. Kawhi Leonard didn't have those expectations that Kevin Durant had. That's the difference for me. I think Kevin Durant has done it over a longer stretch than Kawhi has. I'm not taking nothing away from Kawhi because I think Kawhi's better than the Greek Freak. I do. I think Kawhi's better than the Greek Freak. And he proved it last year in the Eastern Conference Finals when the Raptors beat Kawhi in the Bucks. Yes. So I think right now, when it comes to NBA players, top three, I'm going LeBron, KD, Kawhi, and then, after that, we can have a conversation about everyone else.